Hello and good day to all friends. This is Mojtaba Rasti from the Thales team, and today is November 22nd, 2025. I'm here with you to analyze Bitcoin using the Thales Market Screener tool. Please note that these analyses are for educational and informational purposes only, and if you use them to take positions in the market, the responsibility for any profits or losses will be entirely yours. Now let's open the application and take a look at today's options trades for tomorrow's expiration. We'll consider the data from the beginning of the day up to this hour for tomorrow's expiration. Let's see what we have for tomorrow. Well, the result is 2,150 Bitcoins in the form of 1,700 option contracts, and you can see that the possibility of movement in both directions is considered. From above, we can see that the call buyers at 86,000 and above are in profit, and the put buyers at 81,500 and below are also in profit. There is a kind of dual tension prevailing, which, considering today and tomorrow are holidays, is somewhat natural. Let's move the slider forward. If we look at the trades from 7:30 this morning, you can see that the lowest point is around 84,000 and the profit ceiling is at 88,000. So the range of this movement is about 5,000. If we move the slider further forward, you can still see this perspective until around 1:30 when the outlook turns bearish. The outlook becomes bearish, and traders, though with low volume, 156 Bitcoins, see profits below 82,500 and expect movement in that direction. If we go to the process database, which shows us trades of 5 Bitcoins and above and filters them, you can see there is a dominance toward the bullish side, meaning there has been more trading above 88,000. If we move the slider forward again, this bullish sentiment increases until around 1 o'clock p.m. today, when the outlook becomes bullish and traders see profits above 88,000. Going back to the process database and looking at the 24th expiration, you can see that the 24th expiration shows a bearish trend, meaning profits are seen below 82,300. If we move forward again, you can see this bearish situation persists. Of course, if we turn on the delta, we can see that based on the delta, we might be able to go a bit higher. Look, we're here. If the price goes up from here, the delta will move along with it. The delta is also increasing. This indicates that we have call buying here. There are traders who have bought calls around 88,000. So we have a bullish outlook here as well, but the bearish outlook is more dominant. The end of the week, November 28th, with 3,600 Bitcoin, gives us a completely bearish outlook which has already started. Look, right now where we are, as the price drops, the delta is also decreasing. This means that buying puts at 81,600 and below is showing a profit, and this could bring the delta down to around 70 or even as low as 75,000. That could actually be the target. You can see here that the strikes are clear. Many people have bought the 70,000 put here and even the 75,000 put. So part of this could be for hedging, but in any case, the fear of seeing those numbers is also actually there. Okay, now let's move on to the process database, which is the next step in our workflow. We bring up the expiry for tomorrow and every Friday. We wanted to show us trades of 10 Bitcoin and above, 15 Bitcoin and above. For tomorrow, you can see that a somewhat bullish outlook is becoming clear here. For tomorrow, trades of 15 Bitcoin and above, look here, we're actually at a bottom, with price movement heading downward accompanied by an increase in delta, which indicates put selling. When the price moves upward with a decrease in delta, it indicates call selling. So between call sellers, who consider the price ceiling, and put sellers, who consider the price floor, we're in a state of fluctuation. The put volume also seems higher, meaning they're looking for trades. If we turn on the average gamma of the trades, it could go up to 84 at first, and then up to around 82,500, with the peak being where the delta ends, at 81, which is the lowest that could be seen. To the upside, we could see resistance around 87, and here you can also see some slight upward steps. Notice that from here the price increase is accompanied by an increase in delta, meaning from here some call buying has started. From 87 up to 88,590, there's even been some call buying. So we might see an upward move, but as you saw for the weekend, ultimately this upward move will probably look something like this. We go up to around 87 to 88, and then again we might see another move toward 80,000. Let's move forward and look at the expiry for the 24th. Let's see what trades of 15 Bitcoin and above show us. Of course, the previous expiry also had some interesting points, in my opinion. Look, here we have a few trades of 50 Bitcoin, which are heavy trades. The heavy trades are those few 50 Bitcoin ones. Look, we have two short puts for 86 and 82, with their average seeing the floor at 84. And here again we have a short put, 50 Bitcoin, with the average seen at 84. Also, here there's a short call seen at 83, meaning the ceiling for tomorrow is seen at 83, not higher. This is another interesting point. And here, another 50 Bitcoin short put at 84, so the floor is seen at 84. This means that for tomorrow, since it's also a holiday, it looks like we'll see volatility between these two zones, so between around 83 to 86 and 587. But ultimately, after the week starts, we'll probably see a move downward again. Let's move on to the 24th expiration. As you can see, there's a bit of a bearish outlook dominating here. Our gammas are at 83 and 100, even dropping down to around 82. So you can see that for the 24th, the bearish side is still prevailing. The downside has become more profitable. Let's move on to the 28th. For the 28th, look at the trades. There are 38 trades of 10 Bitcoins or more, but let's set it to 20 Bitcoins so there are fewer trades and we can analyze them more easily. With 25 Bitcoins, there are 27 trades, and as you can see, they're all bearish. It's completely clear that the gamma outlook is bearish at 83%, and by the end of Delta, we could even drop down to 76 or 77. These are heavy trades that we can observe here. Long put. Now what's interesting is this long put at 112 for November 28th. This is actually an in-the-money put, a put that's been bought in profit. We still need to see exactly what the trader's goal was, but in any case, this put is profitable and is expecting a move downward. There's a 350 Bitcoin long put at 85. They wanted below 85 by the end of the week. Another 100 Bitcoin, again below 85, and again it's a long put. Here we actually have another 150 Bitcoin long put. Look, 150 Bitcoin long put for the end of the week, again below 89, below 90, and here actually they've targeted below 83.5, which would be profitable. So two of these long puts are below 90,000. So you see, this itself can be a promising sign since they've taken positions below 90,000 and these are still in the money. And again, look here, we have two short calls of 50 Bitcoin each at 85. Here, the trader is seeing 85 as the ceiling for the rest of the week. This is another point to note, meaning we might come up to around this level, but probably not higher than that for the rest of the week. This also gives us a clue. And then there are a number of 100 Bitcoin trades which are really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 900 Bitcoin. If I haven't entered this wrong, yes, it's 900 Bitcoin. Look, all of them are long puts, seeing profits below 80,000, targeting below 80,000, aiming for this point. This is actually an important point. So it seems we can expect a move, a continuation of this bullish move, up to around 81,700 to 81,800, and then by the end of the week we'll probably see another attempt at 80,000. With tomorrow being a holiday, fluctuations between these two zones are likely. After the events we have in mind, especially this downward move, will probably play out from Monday or Tuesday onward. Because yesterday, in the daily candle, the important thing is that yesterday's daily candle closed in a way similar to a hammer, and today's candle has left a long shadow. You can see today's candle is also moving upward, leaving a shadow below. So considering the RSI is oversold, we can expect a move upward tomorrow to around 87 to 88 or even 90, but this will probably be followed by another move attacking 81 and 80,000. Thank you for your attention. I hope this has been helpful.